proudly brought to you by follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. ESP Network, it's game day.
Welcome inside Hauser Gymnasium tonight, WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network. So good to have you tuned in as we bring you tonight Minot North, the Sentinels in the capital city to take on the homestanding Legacy Sabres. Minot North 7-8, Legacy 6-9 overall. We'll get to the standings, get to much more as our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show gets underway here from Hauser Gymnasium tonight. And, hey, we don't get to do this every night, but let's welcome you into the broadcast booth, everybody, as alongside Mackenzie Quintus, Todd Domries. Again, our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, timely services that don't slow you down, 15-minute oil changes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. We've already hit the halfway point of the WDA season. How does this happen every year?
Every year it happens.
Yeah.
And we're always like, how did we get to this point already? So fast. We blinked and it happened.
And we've learned a few things. Obviously, Century is really good.
Yep.
There's kind of a log jam after that. But night in and night out, we talk about this a lot, Mackenzie. The talent level that we see in the WDA in volleyball is just so good.
So good. We are so lucky. Every time I come to a game, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so much fun. The girls are so talented.
All right, that's enough of seeing us.
Yeah.
Okay, the pressure's off now, Mackenzie. All right, let's jump right into these WDA volleyball standings. They tell a story every week. Tonight, the standings brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto, as the aforementioned Century Patriots are now 2 games clear of the Majets from Minot. Minot 7-2 in that 2 spot. And we got a bit of a log jam here.
Yep.
Legacy, Dickinson, the Mavericks. Bismarck, the Mavericks from Dickinson, tied up at that 3 and 4 spot at 6-3. Jamestown and these Legacy Sabres at 5-4. Minot North and Mandan at 3 and 6. And St. Mary's and Williston rounding out the WDA standings. So only halfway through the season, but you're starting to see a little tearing going on here in the standings, and everybody's still looking up at the Patriots.
Yep. And, that's what we expect at this point in the season. It should be kind of like, working itself out a little bit, but there's still room for teams to make moves. But yeah, you're right. Always looking up at Century.
And the time is now for a team like Minot North, because your top 6 are going to get an automatic berth into the WDA tournament, and there's going to be a couple play-in games after that. And so you will if you can find a way to avoid the play-in, you're just that much better served being automatically in the WDA volleyball tournament, which will be in Mandan this year. So, yeah, that's the challenge right now. If you're in that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 range, yeah, you want to advance yourself a little bit just to avoid the play-in, and there's still a lot of sorting out to do in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 spots before the remaining half of the season rolls on. All right, speaking of rolling on, our pregame tonight rolls on. We'll come back to Hauser Gymnasium and get set for the Sentinels and the Sabres tonight. Minot North in town. This is WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Carson. Thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. There you get a look at what used to be known as Keelboat Park. They took the keelboat out, and now we don't know really what its name, so somebody will fill that in for us. But you get a look there at the Missouri River, and hey, the I-94 bridge where, heck, we just had a corn chopper get rear-ended the other day and almost came over the bridge.
Yeah,
so
that was crazy. Shut it down for a little while, too, right?
Yeah, it did. For a couple hours, it was a big log jam here in the capital city. So as this thing rolls around, you see some gal down there skipping rocks. The railroad bridge, which is under construction. I actually saw some of the rail cars going over the bridge. I like to do this as part of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Get a look at the mighty Missouri River rolling through Bismarck, Mandan on a beautiful day here in the capital city, and we're back inside Hausler Gymnasium. Oh, look at that. The young fans coming out. Got Teacher Appreciation Night tonight. Middle school Teacher Appreciation Night tonight.
Hey, you got to really appreciate those middle school teachers.
Yeah. You remember any of those middle school teachers you had? I remember one.
Oh, yeah.
L.C. Schrader.
Okay.
Oh, boy. She was a science teacher.
Okay.
And you did not want to get on the bad side of L.C. Schrader.
Well, she knew what she was doing then.
She was one of those old school teachers that it wasn't like rulers and snapping fingers, but it was close.
Yeah. Well, and I bet you not too many people crossed her, so you guys did a lot of learning there.
You got that right. Yeah, while we're at it here at Hauser Gymnasium, hey, a tip of the cap to the folks at Legacy here, their staff that helps us roll out the red carpet, and they got the best cart system. We can back our vehicles right up to the loading dock almost and roll our stuff in, and Brett Mitchell and, frankly, all the ADs in the West region. We appreciate what they do for us here on the PSP Network to allow us to come into their gyms every night and bring you these broadcasts so that you can be at home or wherever you are tuning in and enjoy these live streams on the PSP Network, where we like to promote local athletes. Right, Minot North 7-8 and Legacy 6-9. Couple teams that are finding their way here a little bit, as Legacy's won 3 of 4. Minot North has won 2 straight, and so I think if you're Coach Francis, that's Kerry Francis for Minot North, and Coach Jen Astle for Legacy, hey, mid-season here, you're kind of finding maybe your little mojo.
Yeah, this would be a great game for either team to, come out and really just be determined to win and build a little bit of momentum to going into the second half of the season with a win against both sides. A good team.
These two teams played back in their WDA opener back on September 2nd, so about a month ago. Legacy won, I'll call it a slugfest, 3-1 at Minot North, but they were close. I mean, you look at the numbers, and it was 25-22. That was Legacy winning, and then North returned the favor 27-25 before Legacy wins the final 2 sets, 25-19 and 25-21. So you hear that and you say, yeah, we could be in for a 5-setter tonight, because that's what Legacy does. They've found a way to play extra frames just about the entire season.
Yeah, they are getting their money's worth out of their season. And, I can relate to that. They want to get as much as they can because the season's short. We just talked about that. It goes so fast.
Yeah, it's amazing that it's already halfway through the WDA volleyball season. We're closing in on the postseason as we go here. All right, one last look at the media poll. This is a week old, but still relevant as we do as the sportscasters and sports writers every 2-week polls in volleyball. So Century, then log-jammed by 3 EDC teams, West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Fargo Davies, and then Bismarck and Jamestown crept into a tie for 5th. That was your latest media poll here in the state of North Dakota, and it's brought to you tonight by our friends at Sport Clips, where they got the MVP haircut experience. Good to have Aaron Wald producing, running the cameras for us tonight on the network. As we'll take a break, we'll come back with, give me our schedule for tomorrow night and the remainder of the week on the PSP Network. Big night of football tomorrow night. Big night of volleyball tonight is, man, we have got games coming out of our ears. A 3-pack again tonight of WDA volleyball on the network. And the games we'll be watching and tracking for you tonight on your BNC National Bank scoreboard include Century at Williston, Jamestown at St. Mary's, Minot at Legacy, Mandan at Minot, and Bismarck High Minot North at Legacy, and Mandan at Minot. I'll get it straight. It's kind of hard to read sometimes. And Bismarck at Dickinson. So those final 3 games are 3 that we have on the network tonight. Of course, here, and then Mandan at Minot, and Bismarck at Dickinson. Another 3-pack for you on the PSP Network tonight. All right, fans, Valvoline brings you this pregame show as they do on every one of our PSP Network broadcasts. 25 years of the Lundins taking care of people. Local actually matters. Not to mention an oil change. It's a stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change, typically performed in 15 minutes or less. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Come back with our keys to the game. Come back with the lineups. Come back with the national anthem as we get set 4. Set 1 in our first serve tonight. Minot North, the Sentinels in town to square off against the homestanding Legacy Sabres. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this break on the PSP Network.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
The student section always comes out loud and proud here at Legacy, and get a glimpse at them right there as we're back at Hausler Gymnasium. Jim Hausler Gymnasium at Legacy High School in Northeast Bismarck. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show as we get set for the Sentinels from Minot North and the Legacy Sabres. 15-minute oil changes, 15 minutes or less. Drive-through variety in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Hey fans, be sure to like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook, X, and Instagram to find out the latest happenings, track the schedule, and speaking of the schedule, here it is. There's that pack of volleyball games for you tonight. Bismarck and Dickinson. Be a 7 p.m. Mountain Time start tonight. Surrey at our Redeemers, Mandan and Minot, and of course Minot North and Legacy right here at Hausler Gymnasium. And there's that schedule tomorrow night of football. Look at this lineup. Brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce, one of our newest sponsors here on the PSP Network. I'll be over in Mandan for the Bismarck Demons and the Mandan Braves. We'll welcome Roger Thomas, the Hall of Fame coach from the University of North Dakota. He'll be joining us on that broadcast. We got Minot High and Legacy as well. Your 3A coverage, AA games, Dickinson and Jamestown, Devils Lake at St. Mary's, and South Prairie Max and Bishop Ryan in a single A game. Another 5-pack of football games for you on a Friday night here on the PSP Network. All right, fans, now it's time for our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. You know the choice to seal your heating and air game in Northern Plains. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for winter because it's coming. 222-2155. That's Dylan at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Make sure your furnace is ready for winter. And Mackenzie, you know, I always say that when the lights get a little brighter, you're at the halfway point of the season, you need your stars, your best players to come out and play. And, you know, Legacy, we'll talk about them in a second, but Minot North, they've started to develop a really nice 1-2 punch here in Avon Kelly and Ellie Laskowski. And, and if they're going to play well tonight, you're going to need a good effort out of your 1-2 punch.
Yeah, for sure. That's, you know, like you said, it's important. They kind of turn into the leaders on the team. And we talked so much about how volleyball is such a game of momentum. And if you find yourself in a spot where you're lacking the momentum, you need to have a 1-2 punch player that you can rely on, that you can go to, and you're like, all right, get us going, and let's get you the ball. Yeah, and Minot North's got one of the best setters in the league, and Bryn Francis, and she can distribute. And if she gets that 1-2 punch going with Kelly and Laskowski tonight, yeah, watch out. The Sentinels will be in business. There's your key to the game for the Sentinels. And let's switch the stage to the Legacy Sabres. Oh, it's Major League Baseball postseason, so let's talk about the closer role. And Legacy needs to have that closer mentality. Yeah, I mean, some might argue that they have, because we talked before this, you know, they've taken a lot of games to 5 sets. And they've won, I believe, more than they've lost in the 5 sets. So some might say they do have that closer mentality, but we think that maybe they want to try not go 5 sets. Yeah. You know, because that's a whole nother ballgame. When you get to that 5th set, it only goes to 15 points, and that goes very fast. And so I think maybe Coach Jen would appreciate not going to 5 sets. Maybe some parents out there in the stands would appreciate not going to 5 sets. So maybe that could be a goal for them. Let's get this done in 3 or 4.
Well, and that's kind of what's been Legacy's MO, is they've given a set or two away kind of in that red zone where they just make a mistake or two and don't play clean volleyball down the stretch and kind of give a set away, and then they'll turn around and play really good. But I think the mindset, like you said, is maybe if we clean a little bit of that up, we don't have to play 5 sets.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. You kind of don't want to go into the postseason not ever having played 5 sets, because that's a whole nother, mind game in and of itself. So it's good to have that experience, but you might not want to do it every night.
Middle school appreciation night here at Legacy High School, and our thanks to Northern Plains Heating and Air for bringing you our keys to the game tonight. Got the 1-2 punch developing for the Minot North Sentinels and the closer mentality needed for the Legacy Sabres tonight. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for winter. Dylan at Northern Plains Heating and Air, 222-2155. There's your keys to the game tonight. All right. Teams are making their way for their lineups. We'll take one more break, and then we'll come back with Middle School Appreciation Night, Teacher Appreciation Night here at Legacy, and we'll have the anthem and the lineups and our first serve and volleyball action tonight on a Thursday night at Hausler Gymnasium. More of our pregame after this break on the PSP Network.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation.
Now we're back at Legacy High School, and here's your national anthem tonight. Wow, well done, Lucy Miller, tonight here at Legacy High School, bringing you our national anthem. Always like to bring that anthem to you, say thanks to those men and women serving our great country, salute our flag with the playing and the singing of our national anthem tonight at Legacy. All right, let's talk about some of the particulars as the lineups are being introduced here. First off, a lot of the gals you could be hearing tonight for that lineup for Minot North, and Carrie Francis, their head coach. Aniston Perrin will be in that back row, averaging double figures in digs. Avon Kelly, the junior 6-foot middle, leading the team in all kinds of categories. Kills, blocks, you name it. Avon right up there, the all-WDA performer from a year ago. Hear about Addie Harper tonight, the junior. Kate Weishar leads the team in digs. You got Bryn Francis in the top 5 of the league in assists. McKinley Craig is a frontliner for Minot North. Allie Chell, the sophomore, in the back row. Ellie Laskowski, the talented basketball player, leading scorer for the Sentinels a year ago last year. She's a kind of a stat sheet stuffer for the North Sentinels as a freshman. And then you got Evelyn Jessen as well. There's your main gals that you're going to hear about tonight for Minot North. And we mentioned that 1-2 punch, and the gals that they're filling in for Minot North that graduated a year ago. You look at Katie Shipman and Kaya Chell. Look at the things for Katie Shipman. All WDA volleyball, all state softball, West Region Senior Athlete of the Year, 13 home runs, and is now playing for the Thundering Herd, the Bison.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is quite an accomplishment. And Katie Shipman was one of our favorites in the WDA volleyball last year. She had a big swing, and now you see, this is cool because you get to pick a teacher that was important for you going through middle school. And what's cool about it is you can tell we've been around the gym a lot, Mackenzie, because I recognize people. And I don't have kids go to Legacy, but we just know a few of the folks out there. So none other than in a second here, you're going to see Jacoby Lloyd, an assistant coach on the Legacy basketball team on Jason Horner's staff. He's being recognized as a middle school teacher tonight. Right beside him is none other than Jamel Scott, the better half of Chris Clements. Jamel Scott Clements, I beg your pardon. So the high-flying Legacy Sabres football team off to a great start this year with Coach Clements, and Jamel being out there as well. Here's some of those gals that you're going to hear about tonight for the Legacy Sabres. Cambry Volk, the 5'5" outside hitter for the Sabres. Carly McLeod plays that outside for the Sabres as a senior. Marley Falcon, the big 6'2" junior middle. Brooklyn Pudwell is, since the last time Mackenzie, you and I had done a game, Brooklyn's now leading the team in kills, and so she's coming on strong, as is the junior Finley Fettig. Now she's up on the top of the league in blocks. As a matter of fact, leading the WDA in blocks. Gracie Watson is a sophomore. Liz Lenhart is a back row player for Legacy as a senior. Mackenzie Schilke leading the team in digs and aces. Sammy Watson is an all-around performer for the Sabres. And Bentley Solom, the senior setter for... Yeah, there's Mr. Lloyd right there. Who got the big cheer? I was reading instead of watching.
Yeah, I didn't catch the name either, but I loved hearing the cheers. I love it.
Now, one other thing I wanted to ask you about, Mackenzie, is not this weekend, but next weekend, all these teams are going to get a chance to go out to the Fargo Metro tournament. So you have a chance at the beginning of the season to have the BPS crossover, and then shortly after the midway point, another chance to kind of square off with the EDC teams. And just from a playing and a coaching perspective, those little tournaments at the beginning and the middle, those are great measuring sticks to see where your club is really at.
Oh, for sure. And it's, it's different. You play many games in one day. It's not just, a five-setter at night. You're playing lots and lots of matches. And so that, brings a different element of, just mental play as well, which is important going into the postseason.
Yeah, and it tests you, right? I mean, because it's not tournament time like postseason tournament time, but it's still tournament time where you have to do something a little bit different, like 3 matches in 3 days, like you do in the WDA tournament. Now this is like 4 matches in 1 day, but it still gets you ready for that type of environment.
For sure. There's just like a little bit different pressure. And then also you're playing the East, which we don't see until it comes to tournament time outside of these two, crossover and whatever the East one is called, those tournaments. So it's, kind of nice to see what they've got going on. You're always keeping tabs on them, but it's different when you see them on the court.
Now you get a little photo op here for all the middle school teachers tonight being recognized by the Legacy Sabres. Oh, they're getting photobombed by look at them. The Sabre mascot is in the background. I love it. My fans, be sure to watch that ND score feed on the bottom of our PSP Network live stream tonight. Keep up on all the scores from around the state tonight in volleyball. All right, fans, thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame show. 15-minute oil changes. In Minot and Bismarck, you can find them online and get your appointment scheduled at VIOC.com. Oh, I had the, I was on though. I was supposed to be on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, but I've been on the other one for the entire time since we came back on from the commercial break because they pulled a switcheroo on us. They were going to do all the middle school teacher announcements and then the national anthem, and they messed up the whole program for us. It's all right.
We have to redeem ourselves now, I guess.
we can adjust on the fly. Laskowski, Francis, Craig, Kelly out on the floor for the North Sentinels along with Addie Harper. The libero's going to check in here, Kate Weishar. And there's your first gals out there for the Sabres. Legacy's going to counter with Finley Fettig, Bentley Solom, Cambry Volk, Sammy Watson, Brooklyn Pudwell, and Marley Falcon. And here comes your libero for the Sabres, Mackenzie Schilke. All right, Kate Weishar will be serving it up for Minot North. And we are underway in set one. Weishar digs it up, and the Sabres will go to the southpaw, Brooklyn Pudwell. North gets a piece of that. Swing for the Sabres and an early kill knocked down there by McKinley Craig. Two teams in the middle of the pack in the WDA. Pudwell again. That one's just deep.
Oh, and
a tip.
Yep, the lines judge on Legacy side saw the tip, and so that's a kill for Pudwell.
What did you say? Your sister was line judge of the night on our PSP broadcast
She
in Mandan?
Yep, calling the ins and outs.
Craig again with a swing. Legacy's going to Pudwell early and often. Middle swing for Avon Kelly. Good push there by Watson. Set up for Volk. Goes to the tip, and that is down.
Yep, and that worked for Cambry that time. She got up and was able to just reach and get that tip right into the donut. Minot North's defense wasn't quite ready for it, so the point goes to Legacy.
Sammy Watson serves for Legacy, and an early ace. Legacy jumps out on top, 3-1 early on your BNC Bank scoreboard. They know your life is busy and they make managing money easy. As there's the attack error there for the middle, Avon Kelly, and Legacy.
No, that's a kill for Avon.
Oh, excuse me. I did. What was I watching? I thought that went into the net.
Oh, no, it went right over. And
went over
Legacy
straight down, yeah.
Legacy didn't quite have their block sealed, so that was a good kill for Minot North.
Better eyes for you than me. Legacy gets another swing for Pudwell. North cleans that up. Weishar bumps it over. Solom goes wide to Volk, and she hammers it.
Oh, that was nice. Really great pass on for Legacy, and Solom was able to put it out there for Cambry Volk just perfectly. Their timing was so good. She slammed it down right between that block.
Ryan Family Dealership replay. That one had some heat on it.
Yeah, that was really nice.
And Minot North that time went to Avon Kelly, and I think that one hit the net.
Yeah, I think yes, it did hit the net a little bit, but also I believe that Legacy should get credit for the block on that.
There you go.
I think it did go over.
Sabres 5, Sentinels 2. Francis goes for the dump. Good cleanup by Laskowski. Swing for Minot North hits the pin, and an attack error there for Addie Harper. I like the start here for the Sabres.
Yeah, they've got a good run going on right now, getting a little bit of a lead.
Marley Falcon serves it up. Harper, yes. Addie puts that one in a good spot there between a couple defenders, and she has her first kill tonight. And coming in to serve now for the Sentinels, Aniston Perrin. His Legacy is doubled up north, 6-3 here. Watson with a good first pass. Sabres go wide, just fist it over. It surfs the tape for Volk. Now a back row for Craig. Legacy's Watson just bumps it over. Francis, the backslide again to Kelly. Solom with a dig. Pudwell pushes it over. Good early rally here in set one as Legacy, good scramble. Solom and Schilke, now a big swing. Avon Kelly with the coffin corner kill.
Coffin corner is right. That's what I was thinking. She hit that perfectly. That's really, really hard to defend, especially after such a long rally. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, watch this spot here on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. You can't place it any better than that.
No, you sure can't.
Pudwell rises, and she's got her first kill of the night. That's already about 5 chances for Brooklyn, as Legacy's calling her number a lot here.
Yeah, they go to her a lot, and rightfully so. She's a great hitter, and then also brings a little different element with the left hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Avon Kelly tools the block, and she's got a kill.
I feel like Legacy's defense is just a little bit on their heels right now. They need to just be on their toes a little more, I guess you could say.
Yeah, Avon Kelly, the talented basketball, softball performer. Hey, there's Finley Fettig in the middle, and she's got her first kill of the night. Yeah, back to Avon Kelly for a second. The middle leads the team in kills and blocks, number 2 in the WDA, and blocks behind the aforementioned Finley Fettig.
Okay.
So a couple of top performers inside the WDA. Set up wide to Sammy Watson. Yes. She tools that one off the Sentinel block.
Yep, she did a great job. The sets going outside have been so nice by Bentley Solom tonight, and the timing for her hitters have been perfect. She did a really great job of connecting on that.
Volk serves, and in the front row, first chance for Laskowski, and she knocks that one down. Ellie, the number 2 on the team in kills, just right behind Avon Kelly. That's the 1-2 punch we mentioned on our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys of the game. And there's Bryn Francis, and that's what Bryn Francis does. Team leader in aces, and she just tallied up another one. Number 11 on the season. Of course, Bryn, the daughter of head coach Carrie Francis. Think she's been around volleyball a little bit?
I was just thinking that. I was like, that's like the perfect storm, is having a really talented setter be the coach's daughter.
Talk about
she's got some volleyball IQ just by probably birth.
How about that play there for Bentley Solom?
Great choice.
Talk about eyes in the back of her head. She pushes it to the corner for a point for Legacy. Schilke serves. Wide for Craig. Volk cleans that up. Hudwell kept alive by North. Solom goes wide to Watson. Nice dig there by Parent. Back to Craig. Boy, a couple more hits here, and these couple 2-3 rallies here in set 1 have been awesome already.
Yeah, super great.
Oh, and there it ends.
Yeah.
As Laskowski sends another one down. Ellie Laskowski, that does not look like a freshman out there, and she didn't look like, or excuse me, the sophomore now, but the freshman last year averaged almost 20 points a game in the WDA as a 9th grader. That doesn't happen very often.
No, that's impressive, because just as we talk about the WDA being so talented in volleyball, there's no slouch in basketball either.
Oh, there's Marley Falcon. That was a close second for us in our keys to the game. As Legacy, when they playing well, it seems like Marley Falcon's playing well.
Yeah, we've talked about this before too, how important it is in volleyball to get your middles involved, because that then just opens up the net to your other hitters, because the defense on the other side has to, take account for the middle hitter. They can't just expect that it's not going to go to her. And so if you can get your middles involved, and Marley Falcon's a very talented volleyball player, that's just going to open it up and free up some blocking space for your outside and right side.
Falcon with back-to-back blocks. And now you get a swinging error there for Minot North by Evelyn Jessen. And quickly, Coach Francis up off the pine, and she wants a First International Bank and Trust timeout. Legacy has built a 5-point advantage here in set 1. 13-8, and a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor.
Seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Set 1 action from Hausler Gymnasium in Bismarck. Good to have you tuned into the network tonight. Thanks to Minot State University for bringing you tonight's game. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Out of the Coach Francis timeouts, Minot North gets a swing there for McKinley Craig, and that results in a point for Minot North.
Yeah, that was a tough ball for that Legacy Sabre player over there to take. The angle was tough, and so that was a good point for Minot North coming out of the timeout.
Kate Weishar serves. Pudwell with a good first pass. Falcon wide, tipped but rejected. And Legacy can't run it down. Nice block there by Avon Kelly. And Minot North, a couple points out of that Coach Francis timeout, has crawled right back into within 3. 13-10 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Almost looked like she was over the line.
I think they missed that.
I'm going to get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay because I don't think our eyes were deceiving us. That looked like Weishar was on the line. Watch this. I couldn't tell. Regardless, it was an ace. Now free ball. In the middle to Kelly. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and just like we talked about having Marley Falcon involved in the middle, it's going to be the same effect for Minot North if they can get their middles involved. And Avon Kelly's a very talented player. That's only going to open up the other's side of the net for the rest of Minot North.
Quick hitter for Kelly on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Pudwell in the middle. She rocks and fires, and that is down again for Brooklyn Pudwell.
Yeah, and she's kind of been that player, I feel like, for Legacy this season. You know, that was a good run for Minot North. They needed somebody to take control, and so let's give it to Pudwell. She's going to put it down for us, and she did.
Tight set for Francis. She goes to Kelly. Legacy somehow kept that alive. Another tight set. And Francis couldn't stay out of the net.
I think, actually, they called her on a double contact on that one, but it looked like she possibly could have been in the net on that as well. But probably a good call. Oh.
And Coach Francis wants a explanation. She sends one of the captains over there. Talk to the up official tonight. Trying to figure out, was it double contact or was it in the net? What exactly was it? As well, they're sorting that out. We can tell you tonight's game brought to you by Planet Pizza. Been serving the Magic City for 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region. Giant lunch buffet. Try the blue buffalo or the plain cheese at Planet Pizza. 701-852-1700. This game also brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricant, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, western Minnesota since 1938. Customer service and reliability at Farstead Oil. Well, most lobbies in sports with officials don't turn out the way you want them, and that one still is a point for Legacy.
Actually, I think they,
They switched it?
They called a replay on that, so they're going to replay it.
Oh, a do-over?
Yeah, a do-over. So
what the world? That's what I get for reading ads while they're making decisions.
Well,
thank you.
Ads are important too.
And it results in a North point. Just like that, the Sentinels on the serve of McKinley Craig. She got her eighth of the season. Good dig there by Weishar. Or excuse me, not Weishar, Schielke. And it results in a in-system point for the Sabres.
Yep, again for Pudwell. Not one she kind of even paintbrushed, and maybe that's, led to the kill for her. Minot North was expecting the hard contact that Pudwell usually, produces, but she paintbrushed it over, and it worked for her.
Good dig by Laskowski. Swing for Harper. And the attack error goes the way of the Sabre. Another serve to Laskowski. Back row attack for Craig. Set up. Pudwell tips it. One-handed over by Kelly. Solom to the back row. Set by Falcon, and Brooklyn Pudwell's heating up.
Yeah, and what a great option for Legacy on that. Typically, that set coming from the middle back to the right side is really hard for a right-handed hitter to take, but she's left-handed, so that angle was really great for her, and she slammed it down like we've seen her do a million times.
North had cut this to 1, 3 straight for the Sabres. Now they go to Fettig, and she finds the open spot on the court.
Yeah, super great court awareness by Fettig there. That was an open spot, and she hit it perfectly.
And a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Legacy had that lead trimmed to 1 by Minot North. Now it's back up to 5. 18-13 will send you to break with this Finley Fettig tip.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
A nice little run here by Legacy. It was 14-13. Minot North was down by just a point, and Legacy's promptly answered with 4 straight. Stacking 4 on the serve here of Marley Falcon. And I get the down official having a conversation with the North Sentinels about must be a rotation thing here.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah, while they're doing that, we can tell you that tonight's game also brought to you in part by BSN, creating exclusive, personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. Custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches' apparel to fanwear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro today. Scott Woodmansey, Greg Foster, Naomi Erdahl, Nate Zachman, and their sales manager, Joe Cattell. That's BSN. Now, while we get a second, they're still sorting that out. Let's show you the Friday night football schedule tomorrow night, brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. Bismarck and Mandan, Minot and Legacy, your 3A games. Dickinson, Jamestown, Devils Lake St. Mary's, and South Prairie Max and Bishop Ryan, a 5-pack of football tomorrow night here on PSP. Almost an ace for Falcon, and now Legacy's got a chance to add to it. And Fedig does exactly that.
Yeah, they did a really great job of taking advantage of that free ball. Marley Falcon took it with an overhand pass and got it right on top of her setter's head, and they were able to have a quick offensive play to Fedig and landed for a really nice kill for Legacy.
It's been a good rotation for the Sabres. Now a short serve, and Kelly, dug out of there by Falcon. And Pudwell squeezes one through the block.
Yep, that block was wasn't quite together, wasn't quite sealing on the net, but great defense by Marley Falcon in the back row.
Yeah, flashing the all-around skills, been doing a good job with her serves. Minot North has burned both their timeouts. Legacy is cruising here. They're up by 7. Swing for Avon Kelly. Check that was not Avon Kelly. Beg your pardon, that was Harper. Set up by Leanne Sim, who's on, and good hustle by Falcon. Watson there looking to clean it up, but Minot North finally breaks that big run by Legacy.
Yeah, and that was a needed side out for Minot North, because now we can see if Legacy's in that red zone that we've talked about, and see if they can close out on it. But Minot North's got a little bit of work to do here.
Perrin will serve. Goes to the knuckleball. Good first pass by Schilke. Sets up Fedig. Perrin with the dig. Middle swing. Tattoo me, says Avon Kelly.
She does a really great job of turning her shoulders and hitting that, back corner, that one spot. She did it again, not as deep, but it was wide open, and she took advantage.
That little quick hitter. Kelly didn't miss that one. On your Ryan Family Dealership replay, Perrin serves again. Camry Volk with the windup. And the Sabres are denied as the block party set up nicely that time by Avon Kelly and company. Yeah, Mackenzie, you've kind of alluded to something here, that this has been a situation for Legacy a good chunk of the WDA season. They get into positions like this, and they haven't been great in the red zone.
Yep.
See if they can reverse that trend. They have a chance here to Pudwell. But denied. Another big block by Minot North.
Yep, I think Minot North was on to Legacy a little bit there. They know that they go to Pudwell a lot, especially if they're out of system, and so they were those blockers are ready for it.
Laskowski did the honors that time. Kelly was in the vicinity as well. Pudwell again. Down the line, and she hit it hard.
Yeah, she hit that real hard. She was not going to be blocked on that one again.
Yeah, she said, I've cut this a couple times in play, and you've been there. This time she went to the line shot as Lenhart comes in and serves for the Sabres. Another middle chance for Kelly. Good dig there by Watson. Sets up Volk. Minot North gets a good piece of that. Back row attack for the Sentinels. Volk again just rolls it over. Good cleanup by Perrin. Sets up Laskowski. Solon tries to dump it in there. Tight set over Laskowski. Tipped it. Volk returns the tip. And a nice rally here at 21-17. Now up into the rafters it goes. Lenhart, yes, it's still in play. And an overpass. Minot North scrambling. Solom goes to Fettig. Oh, the mistimed paintbrush.
Oh, she had to reach for that one, but she kept it alive. Great job by Fettig.
The long rally goes to the Sabres as Fettig threw the changeup at him. She had some hovering there to hang in the air to
she really did.
Stay alive for that one. Laskowski, just misses it long. See a developing trend here. It sure looks like Legacy's going to serve a lot to Ellie Laskowski tonight. If you've been watching, the serve received, just about every one of these is going to Laskowski.
Great observation, Todd.
And there's another one. Francis. Good dig by Watson. Lenhart sets up Volk, and she hit that one to the bottom of the tape. But Legacy's closing in a serve pro set point here. A couple side outs away are the Sabres. As Minot North's going to send in Cambry Burkhart to serve, the junior. We mentioned Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original. Created and bottled right here in North Dakota. You can find it at Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Fettig has just given Legacy a serve pro set point here in set one. Sabres will have Cambry Volk at the line serving for the first set. Serve Pro's got trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Volk serves. Perrin digs. Bumped across by Francis. Wide to Watson. Good dig by Perrin. And Legacy can't cut it in, and that's the way. Minot North can't cut it in, and that's the way set one will go into the books. Nice win for the Legacy Sabres in our first set. See if I can get that score right. Oh, look at that. Did it right the first time. 25-18. Legacy wins set one. An in-between set break here brought to you tonight by Moonlight Home Improvements as the Sabres take set one here at Legacy High School tonight.
This page isn't a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
For a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Todd Darmers alongside Mackenzie Quintus. We're back in our broadcast booth here at Legacy High School. Hey, look at that. We went to the break with it saying set 3 on there, and somebody actually changed it on the scoreboard tonight.
Oh, it's a good night for you, Todd. You love that.
And you or me or Aaron didn't have to run down there and get out of breath and everything else. So that's, if you don't know it, we have a scoreboard interface that we ingest right the data from the scoreboard into our live stream, and so we're at the mercy of what they put on the scoreboard.
Mm-hmm. Chalk it up for you. You know, you're touting Legacy earlier because they've got the cart for us,
Yes.
a really great drive-up spot to bring all the gear, and now they've got the scoreboard just right.
Tip of the cap to the folks in Sabre Nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they have a cool mascot.
Yeah, that is way cool.
Good to have the Tony Auckland family tuning in tonight. Got their Go Sabre shirts on the way it sounds. As Legacy takes set 1, 25-18, and we are underway in set 2. Dug out of there by Perrin. Swing for Laskowski, and that is good off the tip for the Sentinels.
And Laskowski hit that one spot just like it was Avon Kelly in the first set, I believe, that was hitting that one spot and getting lots of kills, and worked for Laskowski as well.
Of course, the second year of varsity action for the Minot North Sentinels. Almost an overpass as Solom, somehow she tiptoed that thing, and then Minot North got into the net, I believe.
Yeah, that's how I saw it too.
Well, let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch this play by Solom. Oh, yeah. Nicely done. That was a high-flying, tiptoeing the tightrope act. Somehow Minot North gets that thing over there with Jessen. Oh, Brooklyn Pudwell with authority.
Yeah, and we talked about the coffin corner. We've been talking about that one spot for Minot North, but that's the 5 spot. If you don't know, the court is set into 6 spots from a player's standpoint and how the coaches communicate where to serve the ball a lot of times. And where Brooklyn Pudwell just hit it, that's 5.
Schilke sets it up for Pudwell again, and she hit the line.
Yeah, she's really playing that backcourt really well. Minot's not been able to defend it yet, so see if she keeps going that way.
Keep going to the well. Yeah, I mentioned Minot North, their second year of varsity action, but a couple years of JV, and 4th all-time meeting between the Legacy and Minot North. There's an overpass, and on a tee. McKinley Craig just buried it.
Yeah, she took full advantage of that overpass. That's what every hitter at the front net loves to see, and she had a wide open net. So sometimes your eyes get so big that it's easy to miss, but she did not miss that one.
McKinley Craig, the Minot North Sentinel school record holder in the pole vault. Been on the podium a couple times at the state track meet. As Marley Falcon just drove one down. Yeah, Minot North and Legacy, their 4th all-time meeting. Legacy leads 3-0. Earlier this year, Legacy won 3-1 at Minot North back on September 2nd. As Finley Fettig had 12 kills to pace the Sabres attack in that game a month ago. I like the activity here for Marley Falcon.
Yeah, she's been playing really well. She's been very solid on the service line. And actually in set 1, both teams were very solid. There was no missed serves in set 1.
See how long that lasts for your, your broadcasting jinx. Craig will roll it over. A little miscommunication. Good hustle, though, by the Sabres to keep it alive. Tipped by Fettig and blocked by Pudwell. Craig again, and that's going to be 4 as McKinley Craig into the tape. Well, one of the things that Coach Astle was visiting with her in the pregame, and never club get off to better starts in these sets as well, and they've done that here in set 1 and 2.
Yes.
Early leads for the Sabres, but that time the block party is formed nicely for Minot North. Avon Kelly again. McKinley Craig with a tough serve. And Legacy threw it into the donut. Weishar with a dive, but she couldn't keep it up. And Legacy stacks another one. Hey, your Ryan Family Dealership replay tonight. Ryan's a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Find them online at driveryan.com as Brooklyn Pudwell drops in the ace.
Yeah, that was a great serve. Just kind of light floater just right in the front.
6th ace on the season for Pudwell. Harper with a good swing. Legacy pushes it over on a free ball. Set up in the middle for Kelly. Oh, and she plasters that one off the Sabres.
Yep, she just had one blocker up there, and so she's, she does a really good job of turning her body and getting around those blockers if she doesn't have 2 up there. And she saw that she only had 1, was able to easily get around.
And even Kelly, 5 points a game for the Sentinels basketball team. Also a softball performer. Solom goes to the donut. Good hustle by Perrin. Kept alive for Legacy. Oh. Pudwell had to jump around Solom and couldn't do it. It looked like we were going to have a collision there.
Yeah, I think she kind of hesitated, seeing Solom coming probably out of her peripheral vision. And
Aniston Perrin, I beg your pardon, the sophomore. Oh, on a tee for Laskowski, yes. And she devours that one on that front line.
And a great play, but started off by an aggressive serve. And, that aggressive serve wasn't the hard coming right at your face. It was the short, just going to drop right in the middle of the court.
Set up wide for Volk. Off of Craig, cleaned up by Weishar, pushed across for Laskowski. Little backslide for Fedig. Good first pass here for North in system. They get a swing for Laskowski. Schilke to Solom to Pudwell. Here's another good rally. Backslide for Kelly. Dumped in. And Fedig, that sneaky setter.
They are so sneaky sometimes, and that was a great dump by Bentley Solom. That spot's kind of been open a couple times for Minot North because there was another Legacy player that was able to tip down there. That's easy as a defensive player to get on your heels there. You're kind of moving back, waiting for the hit to come, and when they change it up or just that setter dump, if you're on your heels, it's really hard to react to pick up those tips.
Cambry Volk serves. Legacy with a dig by Volk off the kill attempt for Kelly. Right at the net, a joust. Francis comes wide, and Laskowski tools it off the block. A point for the Sentinels.
Yeah, pretty good net play by the Sabres there. There was a great joust. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. If a good hitter goes up and tools the block, there's not a lot you can do sometimes about that.
I'm going to ask your impression here. The numbers have kind of been stacking up here for the senior setter for Legacy, Bentley Solom. First-year setter is she's replacing Selly from a year ago, Jenny Selly. And, the early returns for Solom, her first real setting action in varsity, and she's been really good.
Yeah, I really like watching her play. I think her hands are really, really nice. And then she's also, a pretty tall setter, so that's always works in your advantage. But yeah, I've really enjoyed watching her play.
Allie Laskowski, and McKinley Craig, beg your pardon, has that kill. I looked up just in time. As Minot North gets the serve from Burkhardt. Fedig comes flying in, and she has the tip.
Yeah, she kind of came in with an approach that's not exactly probably how she wanted it, but she did a really good job of adjusting, and she roll shot it right into that donut. That's kind of worked for Legacy a lot tonight.
Sabres have had a lead here throughout set 2. Sabres on top, 1-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Laskowski sends one down to the court. Makes it a 1-point game. Legacy's going to go to Sammy Watson. Oh, big hit there for Craig. And that goes off the block.
I think they called that in, didn't they?
Yeah, it looks like Minot North was celebrating like they had a point, but they said it was out. Or in.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. That'd be the wrong direction. Sabres by a couple. Solon with a tight serve. Set up for Craig. Big block by the Sabres. Craig again. And that time she had to go over the block and long.
But I think they got Legacy in the net. So then the point's going to go to Minot North. But you're right, she did go over that block.
It does indeed go the way of the Sentinels. As Kaylin McKegney comes in. And she promptly drops in an ace.
It always feels good when you come in off the bench to serve and you started off with an ace.
Yeah, McKegney, the junior, went to the jump serve on the second one and hits the tape. Back and forth we go here. 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. Legacy's been in the lead the entire time. North hasn't gotten over the hump quite yet. Looking to with Craig. Set up in a back row attack for Watson. McKegney comes near side, and Harper knocks that one down off the tip.
Yep, she came up and swung really hard, and she knew as soon as she came down that she's like, there's the touch on that one. It wasn't just out. There was a touch.
And now we're tied at 12. North looking for that elusive first lead here in set 2. And they'll have it via the ace from Kate Weishar. Weishar goes to the changeup serve. Wide to Volk. She hammers it.
Yeah, and that's what talking about Bentley. Her hands are so strong. Like she was kind of almost moving backwards and coming towards the right side, and she pushed it so nicely out to the outside that opened up only one blocker for Cambry Volk, and she was able to go up and just really take advantage of that.
Man, when you're 5'5" and you get a kill, that just looks cool.
Yeah, she's fun to watch because she can fly. She jumps so high, but she's also really, really fast. I've seen her run down some balls. I'm like, holy smokes.
Well, that's because she's on the podium at state track in 100 and 200 meters the last 2 years and part of a state championship 4x200 meter relay. So she can run.
Yeah, it adds up.
Yep. Minot North got the point, and good back row read there by Watson. That was long, well diagnosed by the Sabres, and we're tied at 14. Tied at 12, tied at 14. Good set 2 Bruin, and Budwell just dropped in an ace.
It's her second of the set. She's doing very good from the service line. She's been very good at the net. She's just a solid player for Legacy tonight.
Legacy creeps up by a point. Oh, how about that cutter for Kelly?
That was really nice. We talked about that, on that back slide. They come around kind of like a layup, and she cut that so hard that was, I think, in the front of the 10-foot line.
Yeah, watch where this thing ends up. Oh, right on the 10-foot line.
Yep.
Going away from it to cut that severely.
Mm-hmm.
Schilke has to bump set or push set it. Volk again winds up, and off the block it goes out. Another kill for Cambry Volk.
Yep. Flying high, she got up there, swung really hard, and she knew just exactly as soon as she hit it and was coming back that was going out. You could see her. She was saying out, out, out. And so good communication. Great job using the tool in the block there.
Volk gets the kill, and now she serves. And Legacy attacking that middle again, gets another point. The other thing about Cambry Volk, we called a Legacy game early on, and she was just kind of hobbled. She was coming off of an injury, so looks to me like she is back at full strength.
Yeah, I would agree.
Craig from the back row, set up wide, bumped across by Schilke. Francis has to just hit it. It's ricocheted a couple times by Legacy. Pinballed over by Watson. Laskowski with the left hand. Fedig blocked, kept alive, and it's going to be a point for Legacy.
That was wild.
That was good action right there. Both teams not giving an inch, but Legacy finds himself up 3, and we get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. FIBT brings you this timeout. They've been doing it since 1910. Find them online at FIBT.com. Sending you the break with that latest point here for the Legacy Sabres.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Hey fans, a big thanks to Taylor Schmidt Photography, proud partner of the PSP Network. Find Taylor Schmidt Photography on all social media platforms. As Legacy leads by 3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. A good first pass there, sets up Laskowski. Oh, Schilke with the dig, good hustle by Solom. Slipped across by Watson, then she goes up and blocked it, did with Sammy Watson. Now Craig from the back row. Watson again. Francis pushes it wide. Laskowski off the block.
Another great rally. There's a lot of really scrappy defense by both sides of, or both teams.
It's, starts, they've been getting quite a few touches on the block, and so that kind of slows down the big hitters. And then both teams have been pretty scrappy on defense. It's led to some long rallies here in the first 2 sets. Burkhart with the power serve. Set up wide for Watson, and that's a miss hit there for the Sabres. And North just hanging around here in set 2.
Yeah, they really are.
Set 2 up at Sentinel Gym in their meeting a month ago went to North 27-25. Oh, a little sidewinding back hit there for Solom.
Yeah, that was fancy, and I liked it. She went up at her right hand there and kind of just turned it. I think I heard Tia Strader one time call that like a lighthouse tip.
Yeah. Who she thinks she is, Mackenzie Duffner?
Hey, we can all take pointers from our peers.
That's right. That was a nice play. Oh, Laskowski rips it, but Pudwell digs it, sets up Watson. Hello.
Yeah, that was a great hit by Laskowski, but coming from a defensive player, I want to say that was an even greater dig by Pudwell.
Sabres lead by 3. Laskowski goes to the changeup. Back row attack for Pudwell. In.
I think it's like the 3rd time she's hit that back line. At least the 3rd time.
Coach Francis did not like that one, and she calls timeout. She thought that ball was just a smidge long. You'll get a look at it here on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. A First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. Legacy leads by 4 here in set 2.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Nice to have those Ryan Family Dealership replays for you. Get a look at that. That was close. We were debating up here, but caught the line. The line judge, the closest one to it, as Pudwell that time. denied by that Sentinel block. Entering the red zone. Legacy leading 21-18 here in set 2. Sabres lead 1-0. It's a good rotation here for the Sentinels. They got their best server, Bryn Francis, at the service line. Schilke with the push, wide to Watson. Tips it. Francis cleans it up. Weishar sets it up for Craig. And Watson, Pudwell with the dive, but that's a kill there for the Sentinels. And Francis will do it again. Schilke with pass 1. Falcon wide. Here comes the Sentinels.
Yep, here we are. We're both teams in the red zone.
Yeah, this, you watch a little tape on North. Every time they get Francis at the service line, it's been a good rotation for them.
It's worth noting, too, they've got 3 hitters up there with Francis in the back row.
And a big block for Minot North has just tied it up. Laskowski gets credited for that denial. Tied at 21. Volk puts it on the head of the setter. Tipped over by Watson. Francis sets it near side for Laskowski. Wide. The attack error gives a point to Legacy.
And I'd say much needed side out for Legacy. We talked, that was one of the keys to the game. Let's close this out. And got to play clean volleyball. Jenny Walsh always says, clean volleyball after 20 points.
Tied up at the nets off the swing from Craig. Watson. Good pass there by Perrin. Craig pushes. Schilke will bump set it. Solem flat-footed, but that's an attack error, and we're tied again at 22. Well, this is about the point in time where Legacy put the afterburners on in set 1. North with a chance. Craig off the top of the block.
Yep, and this is, like we've talked about, this is where Legacy really needs to dig down deep and somebody step up. We need a pass here, and then let somebody put the ball down. They had a really great pass off of this aggressive serve by North earlier, and it didn't result in a hit at all. It was a free ball.
Good serve there as well by McKechnie, and it results in a McKinley-Craig ace, or a kill for North, and Minot North has crept up by 1 in a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. North by a point here in set 2.
Engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Kayla McKechnie still serving for the Sentinels, and that timeout pays dividends for Legacy. Service error goes to the Sabres, and we're tied at 23. Is that like the 5th or 6th tie here in set 2 alone?
Yeah, I think so.
Francis to Craig, and McKinley couldn't find the back row, and now you get a serve pro set point here in set 2. Sammy Watson serving for the set. Weishar, good pass to Francis. Harper dug out of there by Schilke, but nobody there to assist. And we're going to have some bonus volleyball here in set 2.
Yeah, that was a great hit by Minot North there. That was kind of, well, it was a very important point. Otherwise, they'd lose the set. But this set's important. It's, you don't want to go down 2-0. It's so much harder to come back and win a 5-setter when you're down 2-0.
Weishar. Oh, tough serve. Watson to Volk, and Camry, flat-footed, hits the corner.
Yep, great job by Cambry on the flat foot. Sometimes hard. You can very easily sail it out of the court, but she kept it in, and keeping it in gives the other team a chance to make a mistake, and that's what Minot North did.
Another serve pro set point for Legacy. Avon Kelly in the middle. Watson digs it out. Volk dumps it in the middle. Francis sets it up for Weishar. Harper is blocked right at the net. Pushed over onto the Legacy side, dumped in. Francis again. Weishar again. Craig again. Watson, Solem in the back row. Legacy with a free ball. Minot North, can they get a side out? No! Legacy will win set 2 with the big Finley Fettig block. And Legacy will win set 2, 26-24. And the Sabres have jumped up on top here over Minot North, 2-0. 2 hard-earned set victories here. Sabres lead 2-0. And we'll send you to break here with that final point in set 2.
In front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Here we go. Kemple, the scoop. No, he went up and got it.
partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Now we're back at Legacy High School. Legacy on top, 2-0. 25-18 in set 1, 26-24 in set 2. Reminder after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Planning team financial advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. Well, if you tuned in tonight, usually on Thursday nights, we announce our PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, but this is what's called a broadcaster tease. You will have to tune in tomorrow night to find out who is our Player Performer of the Week. Sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn more about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. And one quick second before we get going in set 3. There's your Bones barbecue sauce Friday night football schedule. Being man-to-man for the Demons and the Braves. And a full slate of a 5-pack of 3A, 2A, and single A football tomorrow night on the PSP Network. North needs a set win to avoid the sweep, and Marley Falcon just started set 3 with authority.
Yeah, I love to see that. That was a good pass by the libero for Legacy, and Marley went up with a great approach and really swung hard and got a good kill.
Watson can't find the line. I don't think if you're in Minot North, you don't change a whole lot. They're playing well. It's just that Legacy has done what they haven't done a lot of the season. They played well in the red zone tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that last game could have been anyone's game. Both teams are playing so scrappy. And, sometimes, like I said, it could go either way when teams are just picking up everything.
Pudwell with another. What a nice night for Brooklyn Pudwell tonight.
Yeah, she's swinging really well. She hits the ball so hard. That went, and that hit the block. It had a good contact on the block, but, it just went right over, it hit the block, and then just right into that donut.
Ryan Family Dealership replay. Find them online at driveryan.com. Harper denied at the net. Legacy leads 3-1. Volk with the changeup. Weishar tips it to Harper. Good dig there by Lenhart. Falcon just has to bump it over. Little give and go. Oh, and they just couldn't get it to Evelyn Jessen.
Yep, the timing was just a little bit off there, and so she wasn't exactly where she needed to be to hit that ball down. She only had one option, and it went out of bounds.
You notice how I kind of threw in a basketball term there into the volleyball broadcast? The give and go?
Oh, yes. I kind of missed that, but you're so right.
Wow, did you just see that play by
that
Legacy?
Was great rundown.
Brooklyn Pudwell in front of the Sabre bench, and now the Sabres do it again. Francis to Craig, that's blocked. Harper with a swing, tight at the net, and Solom couldn't pry it up, and it'll be a point for the Sentinels.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When both teams are playing so scrappy, and credit to both of them, nobody let their guard down, because sometimes you can, get the ball over and you're like, okay, sweet, we got that point. Or wait a second, it's coming right back. And sometimes you see them celebrating before the play's even over, but nobody did that time.
Cambry Volk. Can't get that one. I just saw something funny. The Sabre mascot is over there in the far corner. You can see him in your screen there. He taps his seat by him for the cheerleader to come sit down and just take a rest. Sit by me for a couple minutes. And now they're leaving.
They made some plan, and we'll see if they come back.
Oh, that's awesome. Great work by our camera crew as well. Pick up exactly what we're talking about. That time, Brooklyn Budwell ran into the stone cold Sentinel block.
And that's like the perfect combination right there. Like we talked about, Brooklyn Pudwell hits the ball so hard, but Avon Kelly did a super great job forming a really nice block. She sealed the block, or her arms over the net and went straight down just as hard as it was coming over.
Yeah, good look at that one on your Ryan Family Dealership replay as Sentinels have their biggest lead of the night right there. 6-3, they've doubled up. Legacy here trying to stave off the sweep. And it is as fickle as volleyball is. That's sometimes all it takes to change the momentum completely. A couple points like that, and you can go on a run. A couple huge blocks for the Sabres, and now everything going the way of the Sentinel.
Yep, they are not going down without a fight.
And Coach Astle, I think, sees and feels that, and she asks for and receives a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Founded in 1910, serving rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. Get you another look at that big Sentinel block party here as we send you to break.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Sentence by 4. And Weishar serves. Fedig with the swing. And she just sneaks that one past that Sentinel block, which the Sentinel block has come alive here in set 3.
Yeah, up until then, they were doing very, very well. So great job on Fedig being able to, crack it.
Sentinels still lead by 3. Addie Harper, no tip. And it sails long. Harper, the 6-foot junior. Pudwell, the southpaw serve in the middle. Kelly didn't get all of it. Legacy blocked it back on the Sentinel side, and then the Sentinels just deposited another one for McKinley Craig.
Yep, great job by the Sentinels setter. All the action was right in front of her, so she did a great job of pushing it to the right side all the way out. So that made Legacy's block have to really move, and then they weren't able to get set up.
And Camry Volk can't touch the line. Those little things that were going the way of the Sabres in the first 2 sets kind of evened out here in set 3. These little plays are going the way of the Sents. Feel the momentum changing. Harper couldn't get on top of that one.
Yeah, I don't think that set was exactly where she wanted it. I think if they could get that one back, their setter would definitely place that a little bit better for her, and she knows that.
Volk serves with Legacy down 3. A little back middle slide there for Kelly. Sharp angle push for Fedig. Solom sets it wide to Watson. Francis near side to Harper. Down the line and out. Legacy trims to a 2-point lead. Let's get you a BNC scoreboard update here. Other games we're tracking in WDA volleyball tonight. Avon Kelly, yes, finds the corner.
Yep, and I have to believe that she probably did that on purpose. She could tell that Legacy's defense was kind of creeping up, and she saw that the backcourt was open, and she just kind of popped it over right into the spot that their defense wasn't, and easy point for the Sentinels.
A couple sweeps already in the books. Minot has swept Mandan tonight in WDA play, as has Century, has swept the Williston Coyotes. Jamestown and St. Mary's tied at 1 set apiece. And Dickinson and Bismarck a later start tonight out in the Queen City. No report from That one just got underway a few minutes ago. Sentinels by 4. Perrin with a serve, dug up by Pudwell. Oh, Fedig swung at that one confidently.
Legacy is so good on the right side. They have gotten, Pudwell obviously with her left hand is just so good there, but Fedig has had a lot, a handful of kills on that right side herself.
Yeah, gets the double block there too. Fedig cut it around it. Schilke serves. Back row attack for Craig. Got into the body almost of Pudwell. Free ball over. See if North can take advantage. They go to Kelly. Oh, a one-hander by Pudwell, but it's a kill for Avon Kelly.
Great pass by Minot North on that free ball. They got it right on top of their setter's head, and she made a really good set to their right side as well, and Legacy wasn't able to get over there for the block.
Yeah, good play, as you said, by Francis. That wasn't the easiest place to set that ball,
No.
and she put it on a tee for Kelly. Well, that's why she's got almost 35 assists tonight as Sammy Watson goes to the tip.
And great choice by Sammy Watson. That is like the third time, at least in this match, that they've gotten, a point off of that tip right over the block on that side.
Solom puts it in play. Laskowski denied at the net. Back row for Craig. Watson to Solom to Pudwell, who doesn't miss it. Yeah, the kill leader for Legacy on the season, Brooklyn Pudwell, is doing it again tonight. Sent up for Laskowski. And Legacy's going to send that one long. Sammy Watson couldn't keep it in play. It's almost the exact opposite of how sets 1 and 2 went. It was Legacy was kind of continually ahead in those sets, and now Minot North has not relinquished the lead. Oh, and they get a Bryn Francis ace off the tape. That minor, as part of our postgame tonight, we'll give you our Sport Clips Player of the Game and our Spas Etc. move of the game tonight. Pudwell heating up.
Yeah, she's just been so clutch for them tonight that when they need a side out, they're going to Pudwell.
I say this about a lot of sports, but like in football, it looks better when lefties throw passes.
I know.
In basketball, they're just smoother on the basketball court. When lefties are making shots, it just looks better. And I just think it looks better when the lefties have kills, too. Why is that? Just because there isn't that many of them?
I would say it's a novelty.
It's a novelty, yeah. As Cambry Volk gets the tip. Legacy has stacked a couple here on the serve of Liz Lenhart. Nice pass there by Perrin. Set up for McKinley Craig. And she ricochets that off the block. Minot North had the answers here in set 3. Timely plays there for Laskowski. McKinley Craig and Avon Kelly is the 3 they've been going to predominantly as McKechnie serves. Cambry Volk sidewinds one off the block.
Yeah, she really, like we said, she jumps high, she gets up there, she really swung at that one, got a good wind up and was able to take it out just the right spot of the blocker and went straight down.
Falcon will serve with her team down 2. In the middle, Craig. Yep. And she caroms one off the block. Teams trading side outs here. And Weishar will toe the service line. Cents up 3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard here in set 3. Legacy trying to close it out in 3. Fedig with the changeup, almost an overpass. Fedig playing that middle well for Legacy. Sent over to Schilke. Lenhart bumps it. Solom just sends a free ball over. See if Sentinels can take advantage. Oh, they look for the tip and they got it.
Yep, that went off just off fingertips of the Legacy block.
Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay that one. Another kill for Avon Kelly. Off the tip, off the block. Yep, you could see it. Great work by that Ryan Family Dealership replay. Weishar knuckles a serve. Podwell. Legacy went to Brooklyn a lot in set 1, and they're going back to the well here in set 3, trying to stave off the Sentinels. In the middle to Kelly. Volk right there. Solom dug out of there by Francis. Harper rolls it over. Oh, Legacy had to hustle there from Solom and Fedig, but they couldn't keep it alive. Point to the Sentinels. Fedig dug out by Craig, set up in the middle, just wide for Avon Kelly. That's the other thing about Legacy that we've witnessed too is they can look like the best team in the WDA for 2 sets, and then they'll look like one of the bottom feeders in the WDA for a set.
Volleyball is so just wild like that. And it used to be, before COVID, the teams would switch sides in between different, each set. So a lot of times you would see, sometimes one side you play better on one side of the net than you do on the other. That's a little different now when they don't switch, but.
And it comes with the territories. Now the Sabres, when we talk about that, have stacked a couple. Nice play by Fedig and an ace there for Volk. But when you lose the talent that they did, like Brooklyn Felkley, McKenna Brendel, Jenny Selly, Avery Will, Cameron Hoynes, Kaylin Kraft, you know what I mean? You lose talent like that, it's going to take a while the next season to get things all oiled up.
Yeah, that's for sure. That was you rattled off a lot of names, and so then you're bringing in a lot more new names and to get that chemistry that to gel and things like that. So sometimes it is gelling, and then other times something falls off the wagon and it's not working.
Set wide for Sammy Watson. Pinballed over by Bryn Francis. Watson again. And that time she got it through the Francis Kelly block. Legacy down by a point as we near the red zone. It's my new favorite volleyball term. Francis has to hustle. Laskowski. Francis, back row attack, and that goes into the netting. And we're tied on the attack air, and Coach Francis wants a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the courts. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank. That's First International Bank and Trust, built on the bond between their employees and customers. Been doing it since 1910 at FIBT. 19 apiece here in set 3. It's been entertaining volleyball here tonight at Hauser Gymnasium at Legacy. 3 good sets. Legacy's won 2 of them. Francis. Oh, nice. Good hustle by Legacy, and it ends up in a kill for the Sabres.
And by none other than Bentley Solom, their setter. Not off the dump. That was a straight-up swing. That was really great.
Good play here by Schilke. Watch the cleanup here on that tip right there. And then Solom on a tee. Sabres lead 20-19. Laskowski, as Legacy got a little frisky and they were into the net. Set 1 was good. Legacy pulled away. Set 2 was great. Legacy pulled away, and now another dogfight in set 3 as Burkhart serves, and the service error gives Legacy a lead, which they haven't had much of here in set 3.
No, and I think this is a really great challenge for Legacy. I mean, they know they have the 2-0 lead, and so there's not as much pressure as there is obviously on North, but to challenge themselves, like, let's close this out, let's do this.
Bentley Solom, a little tit for tat there. Sentinels gave one away on the service error, and Legacy gives one right back. And now you get a good server in Bryn Francis, putting it in play for the Sentinels. Marley Falcon, tight set. Francis down on the Sabre insignia, couldn't keep it in play.
And I just want to note on that play there by Legacy, that was completely out of system, and you really saw, we talked about basketball a little bit tonight. Marley, she kind of did a little stutter step and then into like a layup approach, and she made it work by pure athleticism.
Laskowski pushes it. Legacy with a chance. They lead by 1. Volk just tips it. Francis to Weishar. Craig. Oh, good dig by Lenhart. Free ball, however, for the Sentinels. Laskowski. Yes. Off the block goes Ellie.
And great job by Francis there. That was not probably the free ball pass that she wanted. Seeing the free ball come over, she's like, okay, this is going to come right on my head. But it was out there by the 10-foot line, so she really had to place that for her hitter, and she did a good job. Gave her a chance to get a kill, and that's exactly what they did.
32 assists tonight for Bryn Francis. Cambry Volk, good first pass by Weishar. Harper sends it over. Legacy's Volk. Francis, back set to Craig, goes to the tip. Pancake dig there by Pudwell. Free ball for the Sentinels. They go near side to Harper. Blocked away. Now Craig. Oh, great hit for McKinley Craig.
Yeah, she hit that back line, and they needed it.
And you're going to get Coach Astle asking for a First International Bank and Trust timeout. Minot North leads 23-22 here in set 3. North trying to stave off the sweep. Legacy trying to close it out. Here's that latest kill by McKinley Craig.
Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
McKechnie serving for North. Legacy's going to the best side outplay as it's going to be pushed over by Falcon. Here comes the Sentinels, and Jessen gets that one down for the Sentinels. Just squeezed it through the Sabre block. You get the quick timeout that isn't the timeout. There's that play by Jessen. Yep, just got it over the tape, and now you get a serve pro set point for McKechnie. Sentinels have a free ball. Francis will go to Craig, and that's the way the Sentinels will slam the door on set 3. And Uncle Mo has shifted a little bit here to the North Sentinels as Minot North wins set 3 25-22. 2 sets to 1, and we will head to set 4 after this timeout. Here's that final kill for the Minot North Sentinels and McKinley Craig.
I don't know
lot about why local matters, unlike those guys. We take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to their original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck-Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Brevera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
We're playing at least 4 tonight at Hauser Gym, Northeast Bismarck, on the campus of Legacy High School. Sabres will serve at Bentley Solom. Set up for Jessen, and well placed for Evelyn Jessen.
Yeah, that's a lot of times a really great spot to place the ball on a tip like that because of the way that the defense moves. You got your front row player coming towards the middle, and sometimes the defensive player doesn't always see it, or it's just hard to run down.
In the middle to Falcon. Oh, blocked away. Jessen and Craig right there for North.
So Legacy needs to remember they're still up in this match.
Yep.
They look like they're playing a little bit timid. I'd like to see them come and just with a little bit of fire.
Carly McLeod out there, first action for her tonight. She gets a swing here and an attack error there for Legacy, and just like that, Uncle Mo has shifted to the cents. And momentum is a fickle thing in volleyball, and just like that, there goes Minot North again. McKechnie with the ace. All of a sudden, this feels like this baby's going 5.
You know, and you have a unique talent for calling these things, so we'll see.
Well, sometimes if I get them right, I'll call myself Nostradamus.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But I don't do that very often because most of the time I'm wrong, so. Brooklyn Pudwell cycles right back in as Sammy Watson serves. Sentinels up 4-1. Almost a you got it, I'll take it. Legacy has a chance. In the middle to Falcon. Francis to Weishar. Craig denied by Falcon.
Great job by Falcon to really, turned her hands in because she was kind of almost coming late to that block, it looked like, but she did a really good job. She's got those long arms, and so she moved her hands so that the ball, when it came off, it went back into the court.
Yeah, you can't coach 6'2".
Yeah, no.
Oh, how about the swing there by Addie Harper? Yeah, you should see the basketball offers piling up for the 6'2" Marley Falcon, just a junior, and she's got D1 offers coming in left and right. Talented basketball player, really good on the volleyball court as well. Volk, a solo block there for Craig, who now has a swing. Watson with the dig, dumped over by Pudwell. Francis sets it on a tee. Harper rips it. Back row attack for Watson. Weishar with a good dig, pass to Kelly in the middle. Tipped over by Volk. How about this rally? North's going to go to Harper. Watson to Schilke. Pudwell just reverse bumps it. At the net, Kelly. Hello.
What a play by Bryn Francis right there. She was, on her heels, moving backwards, and had to really just push that. She put it right into her hitter's hand to slam it down. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw it right there. Yeah, good catch. She was backpedaling and setting all at the same time. Don't try that at home.
Not unless you're Bryn Francis.
And Legacy can't hang on to it at the net. And Coach Astle up there lobbying with the down and the up judge there, or not judge. She was trying to get him to judge something, but the officials didn't say much about that as Volk rolls it right into the donuts. And an ace for the senior Camry Volk. 7-3, Minot North, however, out strong here in set 4. Legacy winning set 1, 25-18. Sabres took a overtime set, 26-24 in set 2 before Minot North wins 25-22 in set 3. Solom to Pudwell. And Harper got a big piece of it, but it just ricochets out on the kill for Brooklyn Pudwell.
Marley Falcon did a really great job to, start that play. She had to run that down into the corner. So really great middle back defense by the 6'2" middle hitter.
Craig cleaned up, pushed to the back corner by Solom. McKinley Craig again, blocked by Volk. Sentinels will go to Addie Harper. Falcon with the back row dig. Volk just sends the free ball over. On a tee for Kelly again. Kept alive by Legacy, but it's a kill for Avon Kelly. And North has doubled up Legacy here early on in set 4. Doesn't it feel like this one's going to set 5?
I mean, it kind of feels that way right now, but it's early.
It's early. Solom on that tight set tried to reverse the direction, and they couldn't do it. And I mentioned this before, but all those little things that were going the way of the Sabres in sets 1 and 2 are just seemingly shifted now. Kind of like water seeks its level. Man, Sentinels got it going on right now.
And like we talked in the pregame, this is one of the things that, Legacy's gone to so many fifth sets. And so this is really something that they need to, buckle down and, let's get this.
On a tee for Fettig. Yep. Much needed kill there for the Sabres. Finley Fettig does the honors. Now Legacy's got a hole to dig out of, though. Down 10-5 here in set 4. As you said, however, you just kind of forget that Legacy's up 2-1.
Yeah, it kind of, at points in this set, it hasn't felt that Legacy feels that way.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Minot State brings you tonight's game. 96% of recent MSU grads employed or continuing their education. Be seen, be heard, be you at Minot State. Kelly again in the middle. Volk tries to go corner. Set up for Harper. Legacy gets a big piece of that. Solom goes dump in the middle, and it ricochets off of a couple, but good hustle by Francis. Now the slide for Fettig into the net.
And sometimes, especially in volleyball, when the momentum is going your way, you just saw that from Minot North. They kept the ball alive. I don't know how they did, to be quite honest, but they put a hand out, they kept it alive, and then Legacy made the error. So that's hustle points for Minot North.
Hey fans, today's game are also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Call them now, 701-852-1700. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese at Planet Pizza. Francis flat-footed. Lenhart, good first pass. Pass 2 from Solom to Watson. Back row attack for Perrin. Too tall. I don't think that was the master play there, as you don't see a lot of balls getting set up there for Aniston Perrin.
No. And sometimes when you're out of system, you got to go with what's available, whether it's what, your first choice or not.
Yeah, that's a first choice that's been working good tonight. Laskowski with another kill. And Camry Burkhart, the junior, serves again for the Sabres, for the Sentinels, who are up 5. 12-7 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Fedig sends it over. Chance for North. Tipped back over by Legacy. Laskowski, Volk, Solom, set up by Laskowski. Swing in the middle for Jessen. And that was well placed.
Yeah, she did a good job, and Legacy looked like they were just kind of didn't know. They were out of sorts on their defense even on that one.
Well, it looked like Legacy had about 3 chances that point and didn't get a swing on any of them. They just kept pushing it over. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. It's like finding Nemo. And there's a point for the Sabres.
Yeah, that donut spot has really worked for Legacy tonight, and that was a good time to use it by Bentley Solom.
I found Northern Plains Heating and Air brings you tonight's game. Get ready for winter. Make sure Furnace is ready to perform at the top of its game. Off the side of the block goes Laskowski. Called Dylan today at Northern Plains Heating and Air. 222-2155 for all your furnace installation upgrades and AC needs at Northern Plains Heating and Air. This game also brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Serving North Dakota, Montana, Western Minnesota since 1938 at Farstead Oil. Sammy Watson just missed. But the tip call will go in favor of the Sabres. See if we can get a look at that one. I was a little late on the draw with the replay. Really close.
Yep.
Play that one again. Yeah, looked like it might have been a tip. Of course it was. That's what they called. McKinley Craig has come alive here in set 4 as well. Sentinels have raised their level of play here in set 4. Keckney, the service error, makes it 15-10 in favor of the Sentinels. Sammy Watson serves it to Harper. Set up for Craig. Legacy gets a piece of that. Bump set to Pudwell. Roll shot off the block.
That was a great change-up for Pudwell. We see her hit the ball really hard a lot of times, and as the blockers on the other side or even the defense, they're ready for that. But she changed it up and caught him off guard.
Harper mishits one and doesn't get over the net. That's 4 on the Sentinel side. Legacy's stacked a couple here on the serve of Sammy Watson. Set up for Jessen. Yes. Evelyn Jessen. The middle drops that one in for Minot North. That might be our next volleyball action for us here in the capital city. We'll have some other games coming up here on the network, but we'll be back at Carlgard Gymnasium a week from tonight. Legacy and Bismarck High. Oh, good play there by Falcon.
Yep, great net play. That set was definitely not where Minot North wanted it, and Marley saw that, and she timed it perfectly so she could get up and just push it straight down.
Yeah, just kind of hovering at the net, and then Falcon closed the door. Marley serves. Back row from McKechnie, just wide. Oh, two volleyballs just hit each other, and I think they just put a new one in play.
Oh.
Is that allowed?
Well, usually there's more than one game ball.
Yeah, there's about 3 of them that are floating around here, it looks like. Oh, good serve by Falcon. Good dig. Sets up Kelly. Legacy alive. Harper. Solom with one hand. Watson, another free ball sent over for North. In the middle to Kelly. Yep. Kills racking up for Avon Kelly tonight. Craig puts it in play. Set wide for Volk. Down the line she goes. Kelly sets it up for Weishar. Legacy has a chance. Pudwell off the block and out. Boy, that Kelly gets a lot of hands on a lot of balls in that middle, doesn't she?
She really does. She moves along the net very nicely, and then she's got those nice. She does a great job of getting her hands nice and wide to get as much on the ball as she possibly can.
17-15. Good set for Bruin. Kelly to Lenhart. North has a chance. Set near side to Harper. A tip for Legacy. Volk winds up. Oh, there's Kelly on demand.
Yeah, and great job by Minot North staying alive on that one, because that was two really great digs by Legacy back to back.
Yeah, that one right there by Watson in the back row sets up Volk, but there is Avon Kelly again. North by 3. Perrin serves. Fedig, Perrin, and it pinballs off of the rafters. A kill for Finley Fedig. Well, now you get your ace leader from a year ago in Cambry Volk. North does a nice job with it, however, but Laskowski couldn't deal with that Legacy block.
Yeah, that was a really great block by Legacy. They formed it nicely between the two of them, and I always think blocks are like the biggest momentum builders. They're so exciting.
Minot North denied at the net. Fedig double taps it. Now Legacy with a chance. They go to Watson. She surfs one over the tape, and it's going to result in Legacy winning another. And you get a quick timeout there from Carrie Francis. Knotted up at 18 in set 4. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout with Legacy leading 2-1, and we're all tied here in set 4.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Gonna have Aaron Wald producing, running the cameras for us tonight on the PSP Network. Todd Domrey's Mackenzie Quintus. As we are tied here in set 4. Out of the timeouts, Coach Francis goes to Kelly in the middle. Oh, dumped in there by Legacy. And the Sabres have a lead. Crunch time delivery here in the red zone. And Solom drops one on a dime. Camry Volk with the serve, Sabres by 1. Laskowski blocked by Solomon Fettig. Pushed over. Legacy with a free ball. Fettig in the middle. Good cleanup there by Weishar. Flat-footed for Craig. Good hustle by Volk. The back middle slide, and Finley Fettig.
Great hit by Fettig, and I feel like we're seeing some grit here by Legacy. They're really, coming together. They're communicating a lot. I can hear them. I can see them communicating. So now here we're at 20. See if they can close it out.
Set for grit. I like it. Francis off the top of the block. Sabres to Watson. She pushes deep. Laskowski. Oh, Fettig. Just about got another one. But she got into the net. She was hovering. It was just one of those mistimed ones that at the last second she tickled the tape, got into the net. Lenhart can't handle it. And Burkhardt with a timely ace. Tied at 20. A lot of ties tonight.
Mm-hmm.
These sets have been meat grinders. Burkhardt, Lenhart this time. Fettig set up for Francis off the top of the tape. Sim will set it up. This time to Laskowski off of Schilke. Oh, somehow kept alive by Volk. In the middle to Jessen. Now Legacy. Solom. Oh, nice. Right on time with the push.
Yeah, that was a really great play by Solom. Her hitters, I think, were a little out of sorts, and she saw that, and then she pushed it. Instead of just the, the donut that maybe Minot North is adjusting to, she pushed it way to the corner.
Yeah, they caught the Sentinels leaving that corner open, and now Camry Volk with the ace. And Coach Francis wants a timeout. We'll keep this one right here. 22-20. Legacy has crawled all the way back here in set 4. Minot North started the set out like gangbusters, but the Sabres have demonstrated some grit, and now they lead 22-20. I love that description, Mackenzie. That's exactly what's going on here. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. This is that play a second ago by Bentley Solom that gave Legacy a 21-20 lead on your DriveRyan.com replay. As it's almost like Solom had eyes in the back of her head here. Her teammates weren't quite organized, and she saw the defense wasn't covering that far side corner. And as you said, hey, sometimes you just got to have that feel.
Yeah. She's done that a few times tonight. Just really timely setter dumps, and they've been big points for the Sabres.
And then you get the follow-up Volk ace. Not the Volk ace, I beg your pardon. The point
Schilke,
for Legacy, and it turns into the Schilke serve. Sabres by a couple. Tight set. Sabres go wide to Watson. Overpass. Legacy. Back row slide, back middle slide for Falcon. Is Minot North going to get that over? Oh, so close.
So close. Those are tough.
Marley Falcon with a timely kill. Sabres by 3. Schilke goes short. Sim couldn't handle it, and Legacy is right there. How about this little service game here by Schilke?
Yeah, she's rattled off like 5 serves or so.
And a match point for the Sabres here in set 4. Brought to you by Serve Pro tonight. And it's going to end with Madison Schilke doing it again. Not Madison Schilke, Mackenzie Schilke. Yeah. And the Sabres will win this one in hard-fought fashion in 4 sets. Legacy wins it 3-1 in set 4. It's 25-20. Here's that final ace for Mackenzie Schilke as we send you to our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show here on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips. The pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy.
All right, back on our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Jen Astle, hey, a 4-set win, and Mackenzie said that the Legacy Sabres showed some grit in set 4. I thought that was a great description.
Yeah, we did. We, kind of let them take a little bit of a lead there, and we came and fought back. We had a battle in Dickinson on Tuesday, so I think we were still feeling a little bit tired from being on the road, and we got home real late. But I'm proud of the team that they kind of came out and decided to be. It's hard to go out and take 2 sets and then really stay in it mentally for that third one. I think we just kind of got away. We'd catch up, and then we'd fall away. So I am proud of the grit that we showed that 4 set.
Well, and hey, we're halfway through the season now, so it's about time that we got to figure some of these things out, right?
Well, and we talked about that yesterday. The second time you see a team, like they know you, they know your weaknesses, they know what worked last time, they kind of know some of those things. So it's going to get harder and harder each time, and it's not a walkthrough anymore. The WDA is a tough place to be.
Yeah, just about every night, right? I mean, we talk about it all the time. The talent level in this league is it's tough.
And I mean, here we are at 9:30 almost. The rallies are so long. It just, you know what I mean? Everybody plays great defense, and we play good out of system ball kind of all over our conference. So that's also kind of attributes to why we do so well in the postseason.
We're going to talk to Finley Fettig here in a little bit. What did you like about her game tonight?
You know, like we kind of have struggled in some of those nights to have somebody who stepped up and is like, follow me, I'll carry you, let's go. And she really did step up tonight. Like even just as a vocal, there was times I was like, you just made noise in the middle, stayed with you. You didn't have to move, and she was still like, I better worry about this kid. So really proud of her. Like I said, she's done a lot in the preseason to get herself ready to be here, and yeah, she's awesome.
Nice win tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that's Jen Astle. And let's bring in the aforementioned Finley Fettig here. Well, that was fun, right?
Yes.
We said you guys displayed some grit tonight. What was kind of the mindset there after you dropped set 3 and had to come back strong in set 4?
Yeah, just talking as a team is important and coming back as hard as we can. Just trying to have that teamwork together and trying the best we can.
Yeah, and for you, 13 kills tonight. What was working with the swing? What did you find from your middle position?
Yeah, finding open spots and reading the blockers to see where I can swing is perfect, and practicing my swings with my setter at practice really helps.
Sure, and Coach talked about communication. What about that is important, I guess, maybe for you as a leader, as a vocal person, as a communicator?
Yeah, as a middle, you need to be really loud to move blockers around, try to get other swingers open. So just being loud and vocal, making sure I can give my other teammates the best opportunity they need.
Well, that had to be fun, right?
Yes, of course.
All right, Finley, great game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Finley Fettig. We'll come back with more of our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame after this break on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Now we're back on our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Legacy wins this one 3-1 over Minot North tonight. As Planning Team's a full-service financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads get filled up in our delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. As part of our postgame, we'll give you our MVP in just a second. Our move of the game brought to you by Spas, etc. And a scoreboard update. And we'll look at the calendar for tomorrow night. But I guess, what do you think? Your grid comment was, I think, spot on. And I asked, both those about them, and I think they exhibited some grit tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they definitely did. We, whether they knew it or not, we kind of challenged them to not go 5 sets. And they, whether they knew it or not, they accepted our challenge, and they did it.
Yeah, and for Legacy to come back in set 4 when momentum had completely swung.
Yeah, for sure.
After Minot North wins, set 3, 25-22, they dominated the first half of the 4th set, and somehow the switch flipped back on for the Sabres tonight.
Yeah, they really dug in and, relied on their teammates around them and got it done.
All right, fans, a couple things in this postgame. Let's give you our move of the game first, brought to you tonight by Spas, etc. They've been doing it in the capital city for 25 years. Bring a spa or a sauna to your home. Stop in at Spas, etc. Massive inventory. Next level sales team help you find that perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Spas, etc. The move of the game tonight is, we just like this one. A play by Bentley Solom. And let's see, when was this? Set 2? Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Yeah.
The Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, there you go.
The Statue of Liberty kill for Bentley Solon. We're going to let that baby play again because it's just a weird spot on the court, and it ends up being. And then you're going to hear from Finley Fettig in a second there, but then she closes out the point with a little block at the net. So 2 high flyers tonight for the Legacy Sabres. There's your move of the game tonight, the Statue of Liberty play for Bentley Solon. All right. Thanks to Spas, etc. for bringing you that. Get your spa, hot tub, sauna, game for your rec room at Spas, etc. And that's your move of the game tonight, brought to you by Bentley Solon, the senior. How about a little Friday night football schedule tonight, brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. Bismarck at Mandan. We'll have Roger Thomas on the call with me tomorrow night from Star Inn Complex in Mandan, Minot High and Legacy. Dickinson and Jamestown in 2A football, along with Devils Lake and St. Mary's, and South Prairie Max and Bishop Bryan. There's your 5-pack of football tomorrow night Starting with that early game, Minot High and Legacy at 6:30. The rest of those games get started at 7 o'clock Central Time. Should be a big night. Again, thanks to Bones Barbecue Sauce for bringing that schedule. All right, Mackenzie, I'm going to give you a scoreboard update here in just a second to give you the finals across the WDA tonight. But first, it's our MVP of the contest tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Is Fettig, we're going to show a couple of these blocks here for her, but also chips in 13 kills tonight. What did you like tonight about the game by Finley Fettig?
She was just really solid for the Sabres, and she said it, in her post-game interview as a middle hitter, and we've talked about it, how important it is for the middles to get involved. But she made a really great point, and so did Coach Astle, that even if they're not getting the sets, them being vocal and pulling the blockers on the other side away from those outside hitters, it goes unspoken. It's kind of like it's just underappreciated, really. Yep. You don't maybe know what's going on, but they just play such a huge role in, just faking out the other side, and it sounded like did a really great job for Legacy tonight doing that. I'd like to see that. That's good. Shows the qualities of a great leader. Yeah,
Finley Fettig, the 6-foot junior, 13 kills, 2.5 blocks tonight. One of them that you just saw there closed out set 2 for the Legacy Sabres in overtime, 26-24. So yeah, congratulations. Finley Fettig is your Sport Clips MVP of the game tonight. You can check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com and try their MVP haircut experience. All right, one final scoreboard update here as we sign off tonight from Legacy High School. Here's your finals. Minot has swept Mandan 3-zip tonight. Here, Legacy wins 3-1. Jamestown was tied 1-1 with St. Mary's, but the Blue Jays pull away 3-1. Century sweeps Williston tonight, and out west, the Demons. Nice effort tonight. They win 3-0 over the Dickinson Mavericks. So that's a good win for Bismarck High on the road out in the Queen City tonight. There's your BNC scoreboard update. All right, that'll put a wrap on the broadcast tonight. Again, all thanks to our sponsors, including BNC National Bank for bringing our scoreboard, Valvoline Instant Oil Change for our pregame. Timeouts tonight brought to you by First International Bank and Trust, your Ryan family dealership. Instant replay was spot on tonight. Your Serve Pro set points and match points tonight. And as part of our post-game tonight, your planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show, you had your Sport Clips MVP and your Spas, etc. move of the game tonight. We mentioned this earlier, but boy, a tip of the cap to the folks here at Legacy High School. Brett Mitchell, the AD, and the team here. We love coming here. They roll out the red carpet for us. I saw Dave Zittelman here earlier tonight. They have the cart for us, and they do it right here at Legacy, and we appreciate it certainly. Hope you appreciate the broadcast tonight. Our thanks for you tuning in this evening for the broadcast team here tonight at Legacy. That is Aaron Wald producing on the cameras for us. My partner tonight, Mackenzie Quintus. Todd Domery is repeating your final score. Congratulations to the Legacy Sabres. We've hit the halfway point at WDA, and the Sabres tonight win 3-1 in the rematch against the Minot North Sentinels. Thanks for joining us, fans, and until next time, so long from Hausler Gymnasium at Legacy High School.
Is proudly brought to you by